Good morning, good afternoon or good evening, wherever in the world you may be. This evening I'm going to do a review of my Chanel 22 in the small size, which, I mean, it's small, it says small, but it's actually quite large, in the applique denim, which him indoors bought me for our 30th anniversary, the 30th anniversary of our first date, that is. So the bag has huge sentimental attachment. I mean, I have a huge sentimental attachment to the bag, you know what I mean. So I thought this evening, I mean, I've had it now for July, August, 3 months. When did we buy it? 24th of June. No, actually, I've only had it for just over 2 months, and I've used it quite a bit. I've actually used it more than I thought I would. And I think the reason I've used it so much is it suits my lifestyle. You know, I'm a t-shirt and jeans type person, and this bag is just perfect for that. It's a very casual bag. In leather, I think it'd be very different, but you know all the problems that were with the leather in the Chanel 22 and the splitting along here and all that stuff. Didn't want to go there. So I'll show you what it looks like on the shoulder. Zoom you out a bit. And you can see it's really perfect for a jeans and t-shirt outfit. Yeah, it is not a day to night bag. It is a casual bag. In the denim anyway. I mean, in the leather, even so, I don't think so. I mean, it's so small, you know, but it is quite a large bag. The measurements are 13.5 inches high, 14.5 inches across, 2 3/4 inches deep, or that's 35 centimetres that way, 37 centimetres that way, and 7 centimetres that way. That's quite a big bag. Well, it is for me anyway. I mean, I'm 5 foot nothing, so, you know, I'm not very tall, and this seems like quite a big bag. Now, him indoors bought it for me on the 24th of June, and he paid 9,360 Australian dollars for it. And if it hadn't have been for such a very special occasion, I mean, 30 years together is really something to be celebrated. And if you didn't see my unboxing of this bag, it's up here. It's a good video. You should watch it. It just, you know, the sentiment behind this just makes it, I can't put a price on it. But it is an awful lot of money for a denim bag, isn't it, really? I mean, there's the, you know, look, there's the applique on it, which is nice. You know, these are all sewn on. And the Chanel in silver there. So I mean, it's not just, you know, 2 pieces of denim put together. There is a lot more to it than that. But even so, you know, with that amount of money, yeah. Anyway, I shall dwell on that no longer, because I'd like to do a review and my first ever what is in my bag, or what fits in my bag. And what fits in this bag is quite a lot. Now, it opens in the middle here. It has magnetic fastening there, if you want to open it up at the sides, there's also snaps on each side there and there. You know, so if you wanted to put, say, an umbrella or something that was sticking out this way, you can accommodate that. Now, inside I have a little top like that for if it gets cooler, which I don't think it's going to any day soon because the weather is warming up considerably in Sydney. I also have Chanel sunglasses in a hard case. These here, which I absolutely love. And these are polarised. Why don't Chanel do more polarised sunglasses? I mean, I don't get it. Every single pair of sunnies that I have are polarised because the glare from the sun here is really something. And yeah, I love these sunnies. I really do. Sorry, there's a mirror over there. I'm just straightening them. Love these sunnies. I bought these from a consignment store and I don't think anybody had ever worn them. And I just grabbed them because, as I said, polarised Chanel sunnies are a rare thing. They're really nice. They've got a nice design around the frame there. I like the shape of them. And also that they're not too wide because I have quite a small face sort of crossways that way. And some sunnies are just, well, way too big. Anyway, so those are in there in a hard case, which I don't always carry in the hard case. Sometimes I put them in a soft case, it depends. There's a couple of tissues, which we'll move on past. A Harrods bag, which is one of those one of those that opens up to a tote bag like that, which is so handy, this bag. I mean, I'm so pleased now that shops don't give you plastic carrier bags anymore, and if you do want to carry a bag from anywhere, certainly in Australia, you have to pay for it, which I think is really good because it encourages people to bring their own bags. And this one is brilliant because you just fold it up, as she says, struggling with it a bit, and there you have it. Tiny. Very, very useful. Okay, a long wallet, Vivienne Westwood. Love this wallet. I've had this for years and years, and it's still got that beautiful leather smell. Well, I won't show that side because it's got personal information on, but these slots here for credit cards I don't use. I have another sort of card holder. I find it really awkward getting them out of there. But I love the wallet. I must have had this for, oh goodness me, at least 15 years, probably a bit more. Oh, talking of Vivienne Westwood, and I have a little Vivienne Westwood. It was supposed to be a little makeup case. It came free with, what was it? I think it was when she launched Boudoir, the perfume, and this was the sort of the giveaway with it. And, you know, in here I've got a scrunchie. Whoops. hair ties, small mirror, quite funny that one actually. Botox, moi, absolutely, couldn't live without it. So we have that has all little bits and pieces in. This is what I keep my cards in. This is just a really cheap plastic, you know, one of those type of card holders. Because I've got so many cards for, you know, stores that you go into where you get, you know, points on you, whatever you're buying. And, oh, and my seniors card. And I'm sorry, it still makes me laugh because I just can't. I cannot believe that I have reached that point in my life where I'm a senior, you know. Crazy. Oh, and my train card. Because I can go anywhere on the train for $2.50 a day, anywhere in Australia. That's the reward you get for living to this age. What else do I have? Oh, I have a nail file in a plastic thing, so it doesn't, you know, scrape anything. Oh, there's a plastic covering from the magnet on the Chanel bag was still on there. Right. And a comb. Now, sorry, I've got a hair tickling my nose. Talking about keeping things for a long time. I bought this comb the year that my oldest son was born, and that was 1976. So this plastic comb is 48 years old. So, you see, my father's family was Scottish, and Scottish people are known for looking after their money, or, in other words, being a bit tight with their money and making things last and looking after things, which I clearly do because I've had the same comb for nearly 50 years now. Crazy. Oh, and there's this pouch that's attached to the bag that you can take off. Which has just got the little double C's on there. Well, it's quite nice. It's quilted inside. If you can see that, I think. Just. I mean, for that sort of money, you'd want it quilted inside, wouldn't you, really? Okay, so that's that. That goes on this little clasp there. No. I find this zip pocket, it's quite, whoops, swinging that thing around. Okay, the top of the bag inside is plain denim, and then about just over a third of the way, whoops, sorry, it's this thing. About a third of the way down, it changes to this sort of nylon quilted lining. And we've got the new, you know, the new chip on there. And this zip pocket is all the way down here, which I find not very convenient at all. You know, because usually a zip pocket like that is, you'd expect it to be up here, just inside the bag, but it's right down here. So I don't usually use this very much, but at the moment I've got a couple of face masks because, you know, sign of the times, we have to carry those around with us. And I've got my little Lulu Guinness pill box, which is really sweet. There, which just pops open and is empty at the moment. But I put my pills in there when I go out. Why do I keep it in a dust bag? I don't know, because I like to look after things, clearly, and make them last. And that is it. That is what was in my bag. Now I've got all tangled up with the pouch and the... Oh, goodness. Right. Okay. How do I manage to just make a dog's dinner of everything? I don't know. And so that's the bag sort of empty. And it's quite light, thankfully. And I love it. I really do. I love this fob. Well, I call it a fob anyway. Chanel Paris. I really love that. And I was going to say I'll show you all the things that were in my bag, but I inconveniently put them down there. So him indoors is showing everything now that I took out of my bag. As I said, these often I have in a soft case, but you know, I wanted to make sure that everything fitted comfortably in the bag. And indeed it does. As you can see, I don't do very small bags very well because I tend to have quite a lot of things with me when I go out. You know that feeling you get when you just know you've forgotten something? I totally forgot this, which has my makeup in it. I forgot it because it's in the bathroom because I've just finished putting my makeup on for this video. And it's one of the Louis Vuitton Kirigami pochettes. I love the colours in this. I cannot remember which collection this is from. Was it the By the Pool one? I can't remember. Anyway, this also goes in my bag, so I totally forgot about that one, didn't I? It's funny now because the smaller one of these and the larger one I have never ever used. I've only ever used this one. The other two are just sitting in my dressing room in a drawer. So anyway, there's something else is where's in my bag. And my concealer, which lives in this little Vivienne Westwood. Love it. Oh, don't you just love a kiss lock? I just love the sound it makes. Oh, you see, it says boudoir on here. And Viv. Difficult to believe sometimes, isn't it, that people are no longer around. Anyway, that is what is in my Chanel bag, and I think it's pointless to say I think it was really worth the money, and if you want one of these, you should go out and get one. You can't actually get one of these. They do have two denim ones at the moment in this size, but they're not the same. They only did this for one season. Is it worth the money? Not really. I mean, this one is to me, just because of the reason why I have it. But if you're just looking for a casual denim bag, you know, and I would say, I wouldn't call it small, I would call it a reasonably large one. I mean, you know, look, It's a fair size, really. I mean, you can get denim bags for, you know, something like, say, Marc Jacobs, you know, the tote bag in denim, which I think here are probably about, oh, for the same size as this, I think it's probably about the small, or maybe the medium one, a little bit bigger than the small one, but then it's got the width as well, of course, the Marc Jacobs one, so it would hold more. I think they're about 450 Australian dollars, so I mean a massive difference in price. So, at great expense, I might add, I have travelled back from the future because when I was talking about the size comparison of this Denim Chanel 22 to a Marc Jacobs tote, I was thinking at the time, wouldn't it be handy if I had a Marc Jacobs tote to compare it with? This is when you know you've got too many handbags, isn't it? Because at about 3 o'clock this morning, when I was still awake, I have insomnia if you're a new user, you know. And also, for full disclosure, I have OCD and this t-shirt is driving me nuts because one sleeve is higher than the other, but I'll have to sort it out and reset the sleeve, but I hadn't had time to do that. Anyway, I'm waffling on, I digress muchly. Where was I? Yes, at about 3 o'clock this morning, I thought, aha, I do have a Marc Jacobs tote. I have the denim sparkly one that DD Bean made me buy. And by the way, if you're not familiar with DD Bean, she has a fabulous channel. She is the most kind, warm-hearted, fabulous person ever. I'll leave details of her channel down under. Do subscribe to her channel, please. She would so appreciate it. She is nearly at her goal to get monetised, and it would be great if we could do that in the next few days. It'd be the best present you could ever give to anybody. So, yes, I have a Marc Jacobs tote, indeed. I've totally forgotten about it. It's ridiculous. And it's denim as well, and I love denim bags. So, for size comparison, this is a small Marc Jacobs. I didn't bring my tape measure to measure it. Anyway, we'll just hold it up against this, because you know how I was saying that the Chanel 22, this is in the size small, is not very small? Well, you can see that it really isn't, is it? Because that's a small Marc Jacobs tote, see? Tops are level. The only thing is, the Marc Jacobs tote is deeper. You know, across that way. Whereas here, you've just got, you know, a couple of inches really. Anyway, I just had to do that because it was just, you know, by 5 o'clock I was even considering setting up all the filming equipment again and doing the whole thing again. And I thought, no, I don't need to do that. I can travel back from the future, and I have done the very same. However, I cannot stay long. If I outstay my welcome, time itself might get totally contorted, discombobulated. God, I love that word, discombobulated. And goodness knows where I'll end up. So, I shall see you shortly in another video. And on that note, à bientôt mes amis, au revoir, bonsoir. And, you know, all the stories that are going around at the moment about how much designer bags actually cost to make and how much they sell them for, I don't know. I mean, look, there's a bit of work in this because there are all the letters that are sewn on. It is really well made. I mean, I can't find a fault anywhere in this bag. It is pretty much perfect, I would say. I did inspect it a lot before we bought it. I do think that the lining, this sort of quilted sort of nylon lining, is really good for a casual bag. And if you get any spills, any makeup or anything on it, you can wipe them off really easily. This, which I always think is so handy, and then of course I forget that it's there, and I don't use it. Because, you know, you get older, you forget things. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I have to say that it is the first bag that I reach for when I go out. You know, unless we're going out for the evening to the theatre or for dinner or whatever. But if I'm just going out in the day, this is the bag that I reach for every day now. Because it is so easy to use. You know, you just pull it open like that, you just bung everything in, close it, on the shoulder, done. It's an easy bag, you know, and also for anybody with dexterity issues, you know, like me with the arthritis in the thumbs and these 2 fingers on each hand. It's a dream, it really is. There is nothing faffy or fiddly or anything about it. It is just that one magnetic opening there and the snaps on the side, which quite often I leave undone. But there's nothing difficult at all about this bag. And I mean, for that, if we were giving it a score out of 10, for ease of use, I'd say 10 out of 10. Value for money, you know, it's got to be closer to a 2 out of 10, hasn't it, really? Style, I love the style because, I mean, I love denim. I really do. Style, it's going to be about a 9 out of 10 for me, really. Yeah, it's casual, it's denim. I like the applique letters on it with the raw edges. I like Chanel in silver. It wouldn't look right in gold at all on here. It just, you know, I love the silver hardware. And what else is there to say about it? It's an expensive denim shoe bag with huge sentimental value. And for those sort of sentiments, there is no score, there is no price. I mean, you know, I just love it, absolutely love it. And every time I reach for it before I go out, I just think back to the day that we bought it. And it's yet, you know, another experience to be chalked up amongst many, many happy ones. So, yeah. Before I get too sentimental, I'd just like to say, if you've enjoyed this video or any of my other videos and you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. It would mean an awful lot to me. I would really, really appreciate it. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have anything to say, leave it in a comment down under and I'll reply to you. As always, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. So, à bientôt mes amis, au revoir et bonsoir. I must admit, I have tidied up what's in my bag quite a bit, so, you know, it's not usually this tidy inside my bag. Anyway, I've had this bag, anyway, it cost 9,360 Australian dollars. I thought if I said that really quickly, it wouldn't sound as bad. No, I'll say it again so you can hear it. And I've done the usual, forgotten to zoom myself in a bit. Whoops. This time remote thingy is not working properly. You might cut this a bit, Scott. Hello. Right, the widget's working now. We might start again, actually.